All right, Alex and Isabella, you guys are my first guinea pigs here to try how this is going to work. So first of all here, we're on this page. It's page 55. It's the practice page. Go ahead to find this page that has this one on it. You don't see the whole page here. In fact, let me go ahead and show you. This is what the whole, this is what the whole page looks like this. Has 1.9 up in the corner. All right, page 55. Get that one found, and then come over here. You have 8 markers. Do you see right here shows us the 8 all together? 2 are purple. That's these 2 right here. The rest are blue. How many blue markers do you have? So we're going to, here's our 2. We need to get up to 8, right? So 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's look. When I'm adding here, I'm going to end up, my sum is going to be the altogether number, isn't it? I'm going to end up with an 8. So what do I have? I have 2. And then look over here. How many more did we draw in? That number goes right here. Now when I'm going to subtract, I want to start with my altogether number. So I start with 8. And then we're going to subtract the information they told us. They told us 2. And then how many are left? How many did you add in? Go ahead and put that there for how many are blue, and write that number down here also where it says blue markers. Number 2, there are 6 alligators. 3 are in a swamp. The rest are in the grass. How many alligators are in the grass? Do you see right there? It shows us 6 altogether. So 3 are in a swamp. Now this time they put the number 3 rather than 2 dots. But as we color in, we can just color in more, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. And you guys know doubles facts. You should know that anyways. So we have 3 alligators plus how many more we drew makes our amount altogether 6. And then when we subtract, we start with the amount altogether. 6 minus how many they gave us to start with is 3. And that tells us how many alligators are in the grass. Write that number down here as well. All right, Isabella and Alex, next page. There are 2 chickens inside a coop. Some more are outside the coop. There are 10 chickens in all. Now this is our big key word right here, in all. That tells us that number goes right here. There are 10 chickens in all. That number goes right in here. How many chickens are outside the coop? Well, remember, some are inside. Do you know what a chicken coop is? Like a little house for chickens. So it told us how many are inside the coop. How many are outside the coop? So go ahead and write down how many are inside. Add in here how many are outside. And then do you see this empty circle here? That means you can choose to write this as addition or as subtraction. It's up to you. But at the end, write how many chickens are outside the coop. All right, next part here. Your teacher, number 4, has 7 balls. 2 are soccer balls. The rest are basketballs. How many basketballs are there? So we want to see here, first of all, which of these goes with the story. We have the number 7. 7 is the altogether amount. So do you see this addition equation here that adds up to 9, with 9 being the altogether amount? That can't possibly be the right answer because we need the addition to come up to 7. So right here you see addition that comes up to 7, right? 2 plus 5 equals 7. That's the only addition that comes up to 7. So we know that one is right. But then see, there are 2 subtraction equations. Now to figure out which one of these is right, Let's take a look at what numbers we have here. We have 2 and 5 and 7. Well, if we're using addition and subtraction as opposites, we're going to be using these same numbers, 2 and 5 and 7. So you want to circle the subtraction equation that has 2 and 5 and 7 in it. Now this in blue says show how you know. So here we expect some kind of picture. You could draw 2 soccer balls and then draw the rest basketballs to get up to 7 balls. You could make a model like we had right up here. Oh, that was not what I expected to have happen. There we go. You could make a model like we had just right over here. You can choose how you're going to do that. Now here's our little orange review box. Find the sum. That's easy enough, right? Add the numbers together, write the sum. Performance tasks. So these can be a little tricky. We're going to work them through here together. 3 birds are on a wire. 5 birds are on a branch. Now with performance tasks, we often have to really sort through our information. So here's what I'm going to have you do. Can you see my little, I don't know, sometimes this is a cross and sometimes it's a pointy arrow. But do you see my pointy arrow here? Imagine I'm drawing and I draw a line right across there. I want you to draw a line with your pencil and put maybe 3 circles on it to represent 3 birds. There's the wire that they're on. Now a branch, maybe put, here put maybe like a little rectangle sort of thing. And then put circles for birds, and we've got 5 birds on the branch. So pause if you need to finish your pictures. Here's part A of number 1. 2 more birds land on the wire. How many birds are on the wire now? So go up to your wire here where you drew 3 circles for 3 birds. Put 2 more circles. Now write how many birds are there. B, 1 bird flies away from the branch. How many birds are on the branch? Now go up to your branch here, that kind of long rectangle you drew with 5 circles for 5 birds. Don't erase. Remember, when we do subtraction, we want to keep a record of it, so we don't want to erase. But go ahead and put an X on one of those birds and write how many birds are on that branch now. Then with part C, how many more birds are on the wire now than on the branch now? So go back up to your drawings and look. How many did you end up with on the wire? How many did you end up with on the branch? It doesn't say how many birds are on the wire. It says how many more birds are on the wire than on the branch. What's the difference between the wire and the branch? Pause if you need to do that. Number 2, there are 6 birds. Draw some on the wire and some on the branch. So you choose. You have to have at least 1 in each place. So you could have 1 bird here and 5 birds here. You could have 4 birds here and 2 birds here. It's up to you. You draw them. And then down here, you're going to write both an addition equation and also a subtraction equation to match your picture. So if you forget exactly what to do with that, you can come over to the other page where we had number 4 with the soccer balls and the basketballs, and look at which equations went with the story. See how you think you might be able to draw both of those, or flip back further pages because that is a review of something that you've already done. So we're just going to do a little bit more now today, right here to chapter practice because we're going to finish this tomorrow. Addition, add 2. Do you see frogs hopping onto the log? There are 4 frogs. 2 more frogs joined them. Now there are blank frogs. You know how to write that number sentence. Just pause the video if you need to get to that. Solve, add 2 problems. See, add to it. There are 5 octopuses. 3 more octopuses joined them. How many octopuses are there now? And then the last one. You have 3 crayons. Your friend gives you 1 crayon. That's adding, isn't it? Gives you 1 crayon. How many crayons do you have now? Go ahead and write your addition equation down here. And then also write the sum here. So that is all you have now for math. Just have those pages done and go ahead to Kids A to Z.